Hey, hey.
What's up?
Oh, girl, I was just telling you, I got back from the lake in Michigan late. Well, not super late, but like in the evening Saturday. And yesterday I didn't do shit except watch these shows. And because I had all these big grand plans of doing it there, and that didn't happen.
Good for you. That's good. That means you weren't like trying to hide away from people and watch a show. You were enjoying yourself.
Right. And I thought I might need to just go be alone and hide away. And I got enough alone time and one-on-one time with my boyfriend that I didn't really have to do that. So anyway, yeah, so I'm just like bringing myself back to life after a long trip. So today I had an eye
Yeah.
appointment, didn't go, got up, the alarm was set, was like, no, went back to sleep. I just couldn't do it.
That's amazing. I don't know. I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to work on saying no.
Oh, I love to say no. It's so juicy.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I did say no the other day, kind of. Kind of. Anyways. Now
You know,
that
we'll have to talk about that sometime. I'm curious, like, I mean, I was definitely conditioned as a kid and stuff to say yes. And I grew up around my family, so it's like everyone takes care of each other, which is beautiful. That's a great thing. But I was just, it's like good little girl, yes, 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 do everything for everyone, even if it totally depletes me or isn't in my joy and my pleasure. And I'm curious, like, because I know how I had, like, what I had to put in to overcome that. And I'm a manifesting generator. So, like, I'm guided by my pleasure and stuff. But, and I don't even, and I only have one open center in my whole body in human design. So, like, I, in theory, like, could say, maybe possibly say no easier because I'm not feeling all the major disappointment from everyone else as much as like you as a projector.
yeah.
Although I do feel it because I can feel that this isn't what I normally feel in my body. So I'm feeling something from somewhere. But I don't take it on as much. And I have had to learn how to do that. But I'm
Yeah.
curious, like, if being a projector, and you don't have to answer this right now if you don't want, it's like, I'm just curious if that makes it even harder to say no.
Yeah, I mean I take a lot of stuff on, I'll say. Um And some things you can't, I mean, I guess you could say no, but some things you can't say no. Like, I don't know. Just depending on different situations. Like, obviously, if you have a job and you have a commitment, and like, yeah, I need to save my nose for something special, maybe. Maybe I need to save my nose for something special.
Ooh, that feels
We'll see.
juicy.
I'm going to think about the nose for a while. I have to really think about that. That'll give me something to think about. Maybe I'll be in a better mood before the end of the day
Yeah,
thinking.
that feels juicy. Save my nose for something special. Okay. Because
Yeah.
you're right. Sometimes we can't, you know, say no. I mean, like I have a child. Sometimes certain things are definite, but sometimes it could be a, I'll do that later.
Yeah, I was thinking that when you said as a kid, because right now I'm thinking about my kids and I'm like, they don't really have that option yet because they're still so little. So I think thinking about how to foster that as they get older and like, okay, that's fine. Like if you really don't want to do that now, but you have to do it at some point. Like it has to be done before the end of the day or whatever. Right now their brains just aren't ready for all of that.
Right, right. Yeah.
But they'll
Uh,
get, because sometimes we do the before dinner or after dinner kind of a thing, and then still
yes.
after dinner, it's like, no, I don't want to. And then, okay, it's after
So,
dinner though. We like it needs. We're gonna get it done.
right. I used to give Jagger options, like if there were two or three things that I would want him to get done. Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't know this at the time, but he's a generator. So he really like needs to be lit up by things he's doing. He's meant to like use his life force energy on things that light him up. And there's also ways to like, if your kid hates a bath, obviously they have to bathe. So like, well, how can we make it more lit up for you and more enjoyable, right?
Yeah.
But anyhow, I would give him like 2 or 3 options and just let him pick whichever one. But he had to pick one. Like if there were
Yeah.
things that needed done or whatever when he was younger, I remember. But anyway, it's just a fascinating yeah, you could have a little experiment with your kids.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, and I was just,
If I can muster up the energy to. I'm just a little tired, a little cranky today.
girl, you are not alone. And it is like rainy and icky.
The sun kind of came out just a minute ago, and I was like, "Oh, I should go outside later." And then it's behind clouds again, so we'll see.
Oh yeah, here it's been pouring rain and I'm on my period and it's just like whatever. I wasn't going to that fucking eye appointment today, okay? I'm tired, I'm on my period, I've been traveling. The eye appointment can wait.
I think
And
that would stress me out to say no. I think saying no would stress me out because I'd be like, "What's going to happen? What are they going to do to me if I? There's going to be some kind of bad outcome if I don't go.
things gonna happen.
I'll have
Also,
to pay a fee. I'll have to pay a $25 fee."
oh my God. Well, also another, this is a great, I never talk about this, so I'm just gonna say it for anyone that it might be applicable to. I love that word, applicable. Anyway, um, so I have I've been diagnosed with POTS and neurocorrigenic syncope, Ehlers-Danlos, all that fun stuff. And I just am using this opportunity because it just popped in my brain um, to remind anyone, period, but especially like if you have a chronic condition or something, people often, reach out to me and ask me like, well, God, your life seems so full, or you seem to do so much, and how do you do that? And this, what I'm saying right now, is why, because I can I really pace myself and I really take rest when I need rest. And like, I might do some really fun things, but I also will lay around in the day. Like, I unapologetically take care of me and myself and my energy and what I need to stay healthy. Just
Yeah.
like my version of healthy,
Mm-hmm.
So I just encourage everyone to do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's challenging.
It's a learning curve. Yeah. There's
a girl. Okay. All right. Should we get into this? What did we even watch? I can't even tell you. We watched.
It feels like it's been forever.
Yeah, Married at First Sight, 19 and 20. Yeah, we're behind. It's okay though.
We're behind?
I mean, kind of, yes. Like we usually record, so I watched it all to record on Thursday, and today's Monday.
Oh
so,
yeah. Because I said, can we please do this later?
So we're like, in my mind, we're like behind, kind of. Yeah. But we're not behind. We're still on schedule, but
we are. Jagger's planning to still get this out for us before he leaves for his volleyball camp thing, or do a quick turnaround for us.
Yeah.
So it should still go out today.
Okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
I just watched it. When did I watch it? I watched it last week. Obviously. Yeah. I watched all of these last week, and I was like, I could review them, but I don't want to.
Okay, so yeah, you don't need to. We
Married at First Sight, I don't know. I should have watched older seasons, apparently. I should have already been on this train because I'm just grumpy about all these people. Like, I'm just grumpy. Like, I thought the episodes were cool. I liked the retreat. I thought that was really neat. Fun stuff. But we're just rehashing the same things over and over and over again. And I did have something about that reminds me about Becca and what's his face. That's what I feel about him. Becca and what's his face. Am I on the right one?
Austen, Becca and Austen.
Oh yeah. Okay. The
They're
rehash.
killing me.
This is where I'm annoyed. Okay. The
Oh my
rehashing, because he's like, we're always rehashing this. And I'm like thinking, okay, you're frustrated about the rehash. You're not changing. Like what you're doing. So yeah, you're going to continue to talk about it unless she
yeah.
just decides to just say forget it. I just won't care about my needs and wants, and because I don't feel like they've even come to like an agreement or
Oh God.
middle ground on this. Like he's still just ridiculous in my opinion.
I completely agree with you. Okay, so she wants more like physical touch and affection. She actually wants to have sex with him. And he's like, got all these reasons. Well, at first it was like he wanted emotional connection. Now he has that. Now he's like, I move slow. Okay, you are married. It has been all this time. He says he's attracted to her. He acts like he is. I mean, he's
Mm-hmm.
very affectionate and all that. So they've had all this like homework from the experts to go and like be more touchy and flirty and this and that, and he just never does it. And then they finally went to that retreat, the couples retreat, and they were all like, this is going to be the night. And then the first night there, it's the night that they're supposed to like, he's building it up for her, even like he's gonna like be with her, and they've like picked out the very specific bedroom they wanted and all the things to make everything comfortable. And then he goes and gets sloshed with one of the other guys. He's like hammered, drunk, and then goes and sleeps in another room. And I mean, like, I would be livid. I would
Yeah.
be
Oh,
so livid. And then, yeah, he has the audacity to act like she just keeps bringing it up. Well, buddy, how about you do what the fuck you say you're going to do, and you step up
yeah.
to the plate and you be masculine and you contain her
Mhm.
and you follow through, and then she wouldn't have to bring it up again.
Yeah. Yeah. Him just saying, rehashing it, I'm like thinking that just seems really harsh considering the fact that they have not come to any sort of agreement about what they're
Well,
doing,
every
how they're
agreement they come
handling
to,
it,
he doesn't follow
and
through.
move forward. Yes, I would agree with that too.
And then,
Um,
like, and to me, it's just kind of weird. I don't know. Like, you know how I am about masculine and feminine energy. And he's acting, I don't know, people are probably going to get mad, but I think he's just acting like a little girl about this stuff. Like, he's just like, I don't mean to be insensitive. I understand he probably has a reason, but then just say, look, I'm afraid of this. And this is why I'm
mhm.
not doing it. And I'm going to face myself because I know it's important to you. And if we're going to be in a happy marriage, this is something we do need to have. So I'm willing to face my fear. I'm willing to face myself, and I'm going to figure this out.
Yeah, I just think rehashing is like really harsh and like
It is.
finger pointing in one direction. And then it makes her feel bad, like she's doing something wrong when she's not. She's just trying to like get her wants and her needs met, which everybody has wants and needs when they come into a relationship that need met.
Yes.
And if it was the other way around, he would be upset about like his wants and needs not being met. So I don't know, just the compromise. Like where is the compromise in this? Like, yeah,
Right.
I agree with you.
Yeah. And I think it just keeps becoming the only reason they keep having the conversation. I mean, she literally said in one of the episodes, I think it was in 20, even a little kiss would go a long way. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, just flirt with me. Just
Mhm.
you know, give me a little bit of sexual attention. And then there was a point when he asked her something about it, and she said something like that, like sexual attention of some sort. And he said, well, that's not the only way. Like, it doesn't all have to be sexual. But her whole main complaint, her only complaint is that there's not a sexual relationship between them. So, yes, it does have to be sexual
Yeah, I
because
just
that's
think that
what she's missing.
yeah, and I think that it just makes it seem like it's a her issue, and it makes her seem like she's just such a terrible person when that's not the reality of it. Like, she's not a bad person for having wants and needs, and nobody's a bad person for having wants and needs. It just, I don't know. My other frustration too was the whole Lauren and Orion deal. Like, I love that Lauren finally called him out and was like, listen, he loves to say crap in front of people, like, that he's just Mr. Wonderful, but guess what? He's not that way. Like, he always in front of everybody puts on this show about, well, blah, 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 and like his little like sweet voice he tries to do. And then behind closed doors, it's not the reality at all. It's like he is trying to put on this persona in front of all of these people. And it's like, all right, buddy, they're going to go back and rewatch this and they're going to figure out the truth. So maybe you should just be authentic
Be
and
authentic.
stop trying to put on a show.
Oh, yeah, I agree with you.
Him and Brennan have issues like trying to put on this front of something that's not the case.
Right. But don't you think so? I was actually, by the end of 20, I felt better about Brennan, a little more pleasantly surprised because
Yeah.
so okay, one of my notes was when they first got to the couples retreat. Okay, first of all, I'm just going to say this in passing, but what the fuck were the jeans that Claire was wearing?
Oh yeah, those are weird, weren't they?
They were ugly as shit. And I don't normally comment about that because to each their own, but oh my God, I can't even believe somebody created those. Anyway,
Hilarious.
when I got to the couples
And you
retreat,
say that now, and that style will trickle its way clear to Ohio, and then we'll be like, "Oh, here they are."
I'm not wearing that.
I'm not
I'm
wearing.
too boring of a dresser to wear that. I don't know. My personality's too big to be wearing that kind of clothes. Um,
You're hilarious.
I have to be toned down somewhere. Anyway, they got to the couples retreat, Brandon and Emily, and I was like, oh my God, like because he made this whole thing about he didn't want to be like forced to hug Emily and he didn't want them to hug or whatever. And he gave Claire a big old huge hug. So I'm like, okay, so you can hug Claire all big, but you can't hug your wife like that? Like, no, that doesn't fly with me. So I know this sounds weird, but thank God she had that ATV accident and got a head injury because that that snapped him into reality or something.
Yeah, that poor girl's been through it with her hair and how she's like smashed herself in the face.
It's
Like,
all her head. It's
she's
always
such
her
a
head.
little trooper. She just like rolls with it, like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was crazy, but I'm fine.
But I'm thinking like, what's the spiritual or emotional stuff that's wanting to be revealed? Because it's all in her, like around her head. Everything she's experiencing is in her head.
Yeah.
Um, but anyway, he did start, I felt like that he got really present with her when she went through that. And not only like physically present, but like emotionally, like he was like the gift of masculine presence. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Um, and it seems like something's shifting with them.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'm not
They
buying
were
it.
like
We'll see.
holding hands and like
Yeah.
being more, yeah, we will see how if it sticks. But either way, I thought that was a like, an interesting thing to observe how he really snapped into
Yeah.
a different state of being.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. He definitely understood that like he needed, I don't know, I should say definitely understood, because I think like your reactions in the moment are kind of like who you are. So obviously he's pretty good at reacting. I just think he's put up all these walls and it's in his head, like his friend was saying. So he's just not really interested in even attempting to like put a wall down, you know?
Right. Yeah. And I think that kind of maybe just did it, because you can't think, like, be in your head. You can't be in your head in that emergency situation, because
Right.
he didn't know if she was going to be okay or not. Because I mean, she was covered in blood.
Yeah.
And so I think you like that puts you really in your body,
Yeah.
in that moment. Um, so I also, this is kind of a funny thing that I wrote down, but did you see when Chloe was trying to put her duvet cover on her duvet?
I did not understand any of that. I don't even have a day, so I don't even know what was happening. I'm like,
Okay, I have one. And I will tell you, I don't crawl up inside of it like a baby going back into the womb to put it in there. I
yeah,
mean,
I don't even know.
I have never, and she was like, this is the only way I know. Michael thought it was sexy.
Yeah, I think he's funny. I like him a lot. I'm like, finally a couple that I can stand listening to for a while because everybody else is on my nerves.
Oh, I know. I think they're cute.
So I always sound so judgmental. I have no idea how I would react in this setting, this situation,
Oh, me neither.
whatever.
I'd be
But I
batshit.
just wish the show would have found some really open-minded individuals, because they found the world's most closed-minded individuals to do this experiment. Like, none of these people
Right.
are open-minded about it. Like,
Well, Michael and Chloe are,
not a person. Yes. Well,
because,
Chloe still seems a little weirded out by him. Like when he put
well,
on her necklace, and I was like, I love it.
I
I
did too.
I loved everything about him putting on her necklace and wearing it. And he's like, yeah, can we share this? Can we share earrings? And I'm like, this is totally fine with me. I'm not weirded out by it like at all. It doesn't bother me.
I wasn't either, because I like that's his, like, you can tell it's authentic to him, and it like
Yeah.
is who he is, and like it is his style. Um and I mean, he looked good in it,
Yeah.
like
I
he's
like
kind of
found it
hot.
like kind of attractive. I
Yeah,
was
he's
like,
kind
kind
of
of
hot.
hot for some reason.
I thought so too. He's kind of
Like
hot.
for him, I don't know if Jeremy came in here and was like, let me put on your necklace. I don't know. Maybe I would. If he wanted to wear my clothes, I don't think it would bother me. I mean, obviously he can't because like we're not the same size. Like he wouldn't be able to fit, but
Well, I just don't think
it
that,
wouldn't bother me at all.
but I don't think that like him or my boyfriend are the type of guys who that wouldn't be like authentic to them. It
Yeah.
wouldn't. It wouldn't probably be very attractive, because it would be like, what the heck are you doing? But I thought it was funny that I wrote it down what she said. It was in episode 20 when he put that skirt on, and he didn't tell her he was going to, and he wore a skirt to the
Yeah.
couples retreat. And she
Yeah.
said, I don't want to dwell on his fashion choices, but it's pretty hard not to when this is what he's wearing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would have a hard time with this skirt thing. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know.
It
I'm
kind of
super.
reminded me of do you remember when Justin Bieber would wear those long,
Oh,
like, shirt things that were real long, that kind of looked almost like a tunic? It just kind of reminded me of that vibe. And it is
yeah.
a vibe. It is a vibe. It is a fashion choice. And yeah, I mean, I don't know that it would bother me, but I think with him, it just, like, it suits him kind of,
Yeah. I
I
mean,
guess.
they're not like girly skirts. Like if he's running around in a tutu or something
Or
like
like a pleated
super,
schoolgirl skirt.
yeah,
Or
something
like,
super girly.
Yeah,
Like,
no, his not.
no.
Yeah, they're masculine. And I think it's just also like in some cultures, men do wear skirts.
Yeah. I mean, if there was like an event that was coming up and I really wanted him to like wear a suit or something to it, I probably would communicate that. Like,
Yes.
hey, it would be like really hot if you wore a suit to this event or whatever. I don't know. I kind of like people who just don't worry about stuff like petty stuff, you know, clothes or whatever. I find that I think I find it attractive with him because I just don't think he just sits around and like worries about what people are thinking about him. He's just like doing his own thing and enjoying it.
Yes. Yeah. He's like kind of like a rule breaker. And oh yeah. And you probably love that because my conscious son is in gate 8 in human design, and it's like a rebel with a cause energy. And that's your core wound and vocation. So I can see why you would be drawn to that.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of dig it. I just like that relaxed like personality. I don't know. I like people to be relaxed
Yeah,
because I'm not a relaxed person sometimes, so I need that relaxation.
that's funny. What did you think about Pastor Cal saying that it makes him sad that care and nurturing are referred to as feminine qualities?
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, because I think you can care and nurture somebody without being girly.
Right, but I think this is the part that kind of like frustrates me
Yeah.
often, is because
Yeah.
you don't have to be girly. Everyone has feminine and masculine energy inside of them. So you don't have to be like, you don't have to be girly in order to like display nurture and care.
Yeah.
You can be very masculine and like touch on that feminine part of yourself and be caring and nurturing. It doesn't mean like only women or only girly men do that. It's so to me, I just think I get frustrated because I feel like it's such a misunderstanding of um this idea about masculine and feminine. And masculine means like, oh, well, only men can be only masculine. They can't have any feminine in them, and only women can be feminine and have no masculine in them. It's like, that's not how it works.
No. I
Uh,
think it's really masculine to care about somebody and to take care of them and nurture somebody. I think that's
yeah.
super masculine. I think
It,
what's not masculine is like when men want to be babied.
uh,
That's not masculine. See, that's what's different. Like caring and nurturing. If a man was like caring and nurturing for me, I would really enjoy that. Versus the role reversal of like when they have something wrong with them or an issue and they come to you like you're the mom
oh, yeah, that's gross.
and like expect you to like do all this
Yeah.
stuff for them.
Yeah, I think that's gross. I also think, and I want your feedback on this, I can feel a difference when a man is caring and nurturing towards me from a masculine energy, or like, where his masculine's leading that, even if his feminine is coming in, versus maternal. Like I've had men be like
Yeah.
maternal with me, and that is such a turn off.
I don't know if I've ever experienced that, to be honest with you.
Oh yeah, I have, and I don't like it. Um,
I mean, I don't think I would like it either.
yeah, it feels too soft, like
Like
a
Orion.
like what? Yes, yes,
Orion. Okay.
yes. That's a great example. It feels too soft. It's like it's just like a blob of whatever. It's like energetically, it feels like this blob with no structure, with no spine, no, like when a man does it with his masculine containment and like, I don't know, I feel like it comes from like this different energy.
Yeah.
Versus like a babying.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't like it. And I don't
No,
like baby either. I'm with you on that. That's gross.
yeah.
But I don't baby my son. So I don't do that in general. Like that's not who I am. And I think it's better for him not to be babied because guess what? He can like navigate life. He can deal with ups and downs. He stayed here like a few nights by himself while I was gone. He was at his dad's sim and then he stayed here a few nights and I came home and my God, he had like cleaned he had taken care of everything. I came home to a totally clean apartment. He had eaten well,
And you didn't have to like text him and say, okay, like, can you please make sure the dishes and all that are done when I get home?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I told him before I left, if you want to be allowed to do this, then I want to come home to it being clean like it is now. And, and it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, but I think like if you baby people too much, don't give them the gift.
Yeah, my son really likes to be babied, and it's such a hard balance, I think, to not, but then like to still show up for him like when he needs me to.
Oh, of course.
Like it's just a really hard balance to decide, okay, like is this something that I should show up for him in, like he's asking for this, or like which way to handle this. So I mean I think it's really hard, but I think like when you're an adult and you're in a committed relationship, I think there's just certain ways to show up. And I know I don't show up the greatest every day. But yeah, I can push those. But I think the power of the man is that they are able to show up and have that like powerful role. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I do.
These situations are not showing up. Although maybe Brennan, if I think about it, maybe Brennan is kind of masculine in a way because he's like, no, I don't really want to do that. No, I don't really like. I think he could be really good if he would just put his walls down and embrace the journey instead of forcing it to be a certain way.
Right. I also think, in talking about when we talk about things that we really want in relationship and that we find attractive, part of, I think about this a lot, part of like what creates those kinds of men are women and men raising those kinds of men. So like when I'm raising Jagger, like all through his life, I want to empower him to own his own power, to be responsible for the things he needs to be responsible for, always at age appropriate times, right? But like, I really want to encourage him that he can trust himself and he knows the answers and he can set boundaries so that then when it's time like for him to be on his own and really do it, he's already practiced it.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes total sense.
Yeah.
Okay. So do you have anything else for Married at First Sight?
Oh yeah, I know, because we gotta do that Bachelor in Paradise. Let me just look at my notes real quick. The only other thing that I had, and this is just a like two little just notes. Number one, Michael killed it on the ninja course. I was like, holy moly.
That doesn't surprise me at all. Did it surprise you?
No, it didn't surprise me at all because of everything else he does, like, boxing and all that. But it was like, then Chloe was like, oh, I'm getting turned on by this. And I was like, I see why, girl.
Yeah.
And then I didn't know, I work with animals a lot, and Wolf is like the animal that came in with me in this lifetime. And Austin and Becca went to like something where they got to like be with wolves.
Yeah.
And all that.
Yeah. I thought that was really cool.
I didn't know wolves mate for life.
I didn't know that either.
What a cool new thing to learn.
She's like, I'm gonna get me a wolf book and start studying wolves so I can know more about them. Yeah, I didn't realize that either.
That was just such a cool thing to learn. They were gorgeous, those wolves.
Yeah, that looks like a cool place to like retreat or whatever you call that, sanctuary. A sanctuary for them. Looked really cool. Those people look like they knew what they were talking about too.
Yeah. All right, so Bachelor in Paradise, you're gonna have to guide the ship on this one. This is my very first time ever watching this show ever.
Oh, girl, it's my first time too, apparently, because what we should have done, I should have had you watch an original season of it and then watch this one, because this is my favorite Bachelor anything. Like, I love Bachelor in Paradise probably more than I love actually watching The Bachelor or Bachelorette, because
and tell me why. Yeah.
There are so many different dynamics to it, like love, relationships. Like, you can just watch more relationships unfold. There's a little more drama because of like the triangles people get into.
Yeah.
That's why I love it so much. But this was just so different. I really wish you have seen an older season, because this was like they were trying too hard. This is my opinion. This is because like that's not how it usually is. It usually is, so one person will show up, they walk down the steps onto the actual beach. Like, there's no beach here that I've seen so far. I mean, they don't hang out. They walk down to the beach, like everybody walks down to the beach. They talk to Jesse or Chris Harrison back in the day. As they enter, they like are all excited to meet each other. Like, the way it's filmed before was more like The Bachelor, like where you actually can see the relationships develop. This had like way too many interruptions, I thought, with like them talking versus just actually watching what was happening. Because you're watching, like, let's say Dale and Kat, for example, you're watching those two talk to each other, but it keeps getting interrupted by Kat and what she's saying about what they were doing, like her little video monologue things. And I'm like, can we just go back to actually see what's going on? And then the parts that were like produced, like when they were dreaming, like Dale was like doing all this weird stuff on the boat, and then it was like, I was like, is this actually happening? Oh no, they're forcing him to do this like pretend thing.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
It took all of the authenticness out of it. Like, this show used to be super authentic. Like, these people had authentic things going on and interactions, and this was like way too overproduced. Have you seen Love Island? I've heard lots of people compare it to Love Island, and I
love Love Island.
I've never watched Love Island.
Oh, I love Love Island. That is drama city, and I love it.
I've never seen it ever.
Sometimes I'm like, oh my God, why am I watching this? These people are stressing me out. Because I'm the kind of person that I like yell at the TV. Like, Jagger and I were watching Squid Games yesterday, and I was like yelling at the people on the TV like I could change what they were going to do. I'm like, why do you do this? Like, and so that's how I am when I watch these reality shows sometimes too. But I could see just from this first episode, maybe possibly how people could draw comparisons there between Bachelor in Paradise and Love Island. I will say, yeah, the way it was like, some of the way it was produced wasn't my favorite. Definitely, I don't know what everyone's obsessed with Dell about. I don't see it.
I don't see it either. And we're not there. I mean, I could see how they were like, oh yeah, all these little boys here, and here comes this man. Because like some of them definitely had boy energy. Like I was really disappointed that like Hakeem didn't do great. I was disappointed. I don't even know who Ricky was really. I didn't really know him that well.
Oh,
Um, but I was
oh,
really disappointed in some of the boys. And I was like, okay, like this is really
Hakeem,
interesting.
Hakeem and Ricky, that argument they got into, I was like, you all are disgusting. Like, no girl, no woman is gonna want
Yeah.
to be like with you when you all are literally fighting like two little bitches out there. Like, they were like, wah, 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 you know, oh,
Yeah.
nobody, I forget even, it was over like when they had to like put
Mm-hmm.
loved it or hated it on their statue thing. And
Yeah.
like I guess Ricky came in and said, you know, that
He's
because Hakeem
vanilla.
only got two of them, he was vanilla, and then that started this whole thing. And but the way they interacted with each other was like, so this again is like that masculine thing, feminine thing. Like men can kind of rib each
Yeah.
other in a way that's really like it is like a masculine competition, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're friends. And those two people were supposed to be friends, by the way, as had said that, like outside of the show. And they can like they know what they can poke and what they can't, right? They're like they know what they can bring out in the other to
Mm-hmm.
make them like have fun and be bigger and better versus this is a really sore spot that is sacred and I'm not gonna poke that.
Right.
Um anyway, it wasn't like that. It was just, oh, what did you think the same thing?
I mean, okay, I wasn't there, so I don't know. I mean, it was like uncomfortable, but the way it, like the show is produced, like okay, there has to be drama. Like usually boys will fight over a girl or something. Like I really wish you've seen the old episodes because I could see like the old way it was produced showing that in a different like way versus like this like I
I
don't
would
know,
rather
kind of like
them be
a
fighting
fit.
over
It
a
was
girl.
yeah, yeah, it was just interesting. I think like the challenges are kind of fun, but I also think it takes away from the way it used to be because like okay, in the old seasons, like the big things would be the date cards and the date cards would come in and then people would like talk to each other and get to know each other or like when the new person came in they would go around and talk to people and you could see like the interactions
Mhm,
more where I felt like the challenge the game thing kind of like took over the connections that you would see being built so
mhm. Yeah. What did you think of Spencer?
I thought he was fun. I don't know. I thought he was okay. I was kind of surprised him and Jess got along so well. Like I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, I liked them together.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. And I felt bad for Sam M because I was like, they put you in at the wrong time. Like they sent him in too soon, I think. They should have sent him in next week. That's my opinion. I think they wasted him. I think he could have been
Oh,
a
so like
lot more
more
of
people are gonna
a
get dropped.
player. Yes, yes. As this season
Uh,
goes on, more people show up and like talk to people and go on dates. That was like the whole excitement was like new people would come down the stairs. You'll have to watch an old season. New people would come down the stairs and then everybody would be like, oh, who's that? And then that person would go around and like talk to everyone and kind of get the scoop. Or they, if it was a boy, they would like, pull the boys together and all the boys would talk about what was going on. Or if it was a
okay.
girl, they might pull all the girls together and chat. Like,
So this is very much like Love Island then, probably.
yeah, this is like so, so different. Like, I just am
Because
not.
that sounds a lot like Love Island.
I really liked it, the old style where you could actually like hear the conversations and see people talk to each other and all of that. This I just felt like it was too interrupted. Like I was really sad because I had really high hopes for it. Like I was real excited to see people
Oh,
come. It's fun to
I
see
know.
like people pair off, or they wanted to meet somebody from, whoever season, and they were interested in them. So then they pair off, and you could really see like the love like start to develop.
Yeah, I know you told me like via text that you were bummed about it.
Yeah.
I have
So
nothing to
I'm so
compare it
bummed.
to.
Okay, if you get a chance this week on Hulu, our old seasons, watch just like the first episode of the old season and then report back to me and tell me if you're like, oh yeah, like I could see why you would miss that. Because like the first episode isn't like super exciting. I mean, it's exciting because
But
like
yeah, there
they're
never
all
is. It
like,
takes a
yeah,
time.
they
I'll
all
call
meet each
that.
other. But then by like the next episode, when somebody new comes in and everybody's excited, it just, I don't know. It was my favorite, and now I'm just kind of sad.
Yeah. So,
So I think I just need to forget the old seasons and
yeah,
just go with this one and just like take it for what it is.
yes.
But I really wish they would stop interrupting. Like that's annoying to me. Like, okay, we're going to show you their conversation and have this person from the conversation do a voiceover of their opinion of the conversation. Like I
Right.
don't want to see all that. I want to actually
Right.
hear what these people are talking about.
Yeah, I understand that. That I mean that makes sense because sometimes it's like I just want to watch the freaking show, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Like I did like what Alex said about Dale. I thought that was kind of interesting that she was trying to decide if she was nervous because of like him, or like she was trying to decide where the nerves came from. Cause she says she's not a nervous person, but I would say she seems to me like she's kind of a nervous person. I don't know.
Yeah. You know who I thought was funny?
Who?
I don't know her name. I don't remember her name, but one of the girls was like, I about died. I mean, I was like rolling. She goes, man, we just love like men over 30. They have lower testosterone. It starts to drop and it makes them sleepy. We just love a sleepy man over here. One that
Yeah.
doesn't want to.
Yes.
And I was like, I do not know who we is, but I am not in the collective we that you are talking about. Like,
Oh, you don't like a sleepy man?
no. Like, what does she mean? Like, so she doesn't have to have sex or what?
No, I almost thought it was more like there was less drama. Like, you know how Hakeem and Ricky were like squabbling. And I think she means like men in their 30s are just like not, they just don't care about that
But
crap.
she
So
said,
they're too tired for it.
oh, see,
They're too tired for the drama.
I took that differently, but I can't remember what she had said before. And I don't think she was talking about that fight when she said it. She was talking about, like, I feel like she was talking about Dell because isn't he older?
Yeah, he is older.
Yeah.
Him and Justin are like older. I
But
don't
I
know. I kind of
also,
have a harder time, and maybe it's because I don't know. I was always like, I'm gonna get married young and have babies young, which like kind of what happened. But like, if a man is of a certain age and he's still like single and not really settled down, I really think a lot about that. Like, why not? Like, you just haven't found the right person, or you're just too picky. Like, what is happening?
or like, were you just like play your balls to the wall for a while? Like,
Yeah.
we don't know. We don't know the reason. Um, I also, though, back to like the sleepy thing. Well, I think because she said like lower testosterone, I was like, ew.
Okay, I could see. Yeah.
I love a man with great testosterone levels. Like all the men out there need to boost their testosterone probably because the levels have dropped dramatically since our like grandparents were, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, women, we need more testosterone. We need more. Not, I mean, we might
Yes, but we
too.
also live in like a weird society, I think, where like women are more in charge than men anymore.
I
And
wonder why.
it's annoying.
Testosterone.
Yeah. Okay, tell us. You know, what should we do to help our men get better testosterone levels? What
Well,
kind of natural herbs and supplements would do that for us?
oh God. Okay. Well, for one thing, there are some herbs. I actually have a thing with some herbs on them that I don't have in front of me right now. So I'm not going to misspeak and say that. But I will say, one great way to build testosterone. Well, I'll say two things. One is do hard things. Even women, but men especially, like you're meant to do hard things. You're meant to do really hard workouts. You're meant to solve really hard problems. You're not meant to just take the easy path in life and do the easy thing. You're meant to confront yourself, like what we were talking about.
Okay. So
Also,
it goes back to cell phones. That's what it comes back down to.
actually, probably a lot of it is.
Because men can sit there and entertain themselves on their cell phones, where
Yeah.
like back in the day, a man got home from work and like went outside and mowed the grass and
Yeah.
fixed the cars, did like lots of home
Yes.
manual labor projects. And now we can just pull out our phones and satisfy our needs in a very
Right.
lazy way.
So doing hard things 100% raises testosterone. We have documented data on this. We know it. Another thing that I will say that I wasn't going to say, but I was reminded of it by you saying the thing about the cell phone is, so like watching porn and even like ejaculating like really often can lower testosterone levels. So, again, you want like a real meaningful connection. You want to have to chase the woman to get to have the orgasm. Like, again, it's like that is built into your hormonal system. So, like fast and easy sex, fast and easy orgasms tank testosterone.
So don't have children.
Well, no, I mean, that's, not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he's doing, if you have kids,
I'm just telling you our current obstacle
yeah,
of
but he's
that
doing a
situation.
lot of hard work, right, to get to the point that he can
Yeah.
open up a space for you all to be together.
There you go. There
So
you go.
I still think that's okay. And then the other thing I was going to say that's it's majorly tanking testosterone and raising estrogen is like all these chemicals and like fragrances and like
Mhm.
plugins and the lotions and the soaps and what you clean your house with. All of those are endocrine disruptors if you're not buying the really clean and not the greenwash clean stuff, but really clean. So that would be my top like three things I would say if you want to get healthier testosterone levels.
Interesting. Well, thank you for sharing. Hope everybody's taking notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we've just gotten to the point where quick and easy is what everybody expects, and
Yeah.
nobody has to work for anything. I actually went on a field trip with my son, and we went to like this colonial place. And it just gets your brain to thinking like, okay, if they wanted hot water for a bath, like they literally had to like make hot water. Like
Yeah.
they didn't just turn their bathtub on, and like everything they did took all day to do.
Right.
So that's just so interesting to me. And it's kind of neat to think about. And now we don't do anything. We veg out, we watch TV, like we literally don't do anything.
Right. So we have to create, and especially men have to create like ways to challenge ourselves, like women too. I mean, like we need to get up and move and we don't need to just like sit in front of a computer all day. But since we're talking about men and testosterone, like if everything is so easy, it doesn't. And also, I think people avoid difficult things these days. Like if
Yeah.
it's too hard, they just avoid it. If the conversation's too hard, they avoid it. If like going and doing whatever thing is too hard, they just avoid it or they'll just get someone else to do it or whatever. And that is not healthy. And like you said, everything else that we used to, I mean, we used to have to go like literally like go kill the animal. Like the men had to go kill the animal we were eating. I'm sure there were women hunters. I'm not trying to be whatever, but you know, historically, mostly men did that in most cultures and societies. And they would bring that back, and we had to like find nuts and berries, and we had to, you know, like it wasn't just go to the grocery, everything's handed to us, turn the hot water on, like you said. We had to actually walk somewhere with a thing to get the water, to bring it back, to put it on the fire, or maybe we had to go bathe in the cold river, which also is great for hormones. So like, I just think, yeah, I agree with you. Things have just become too easy. So now we have to find ways to create challenge to keep ourselves strong.
Yeah.
And hopefully don't create challenge that's like unhealthy challenge.
I think sometimes, yes, and things can be unhealthy. Like I would say, yeah, lots of things are unhealthy challenges, but we create the unhealthy by, you know, avoiding and not just doing and taking it on. And
yeah.
Right.
Perfect.
Yeah, this was great. Well, I hope this next episode tonight is better, because I don't know. I'm just like so sad about it. I had really high hopes, and this is just not. So I'm just sad.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, hopefully, fingers crossed, today will be better. Tonight will be better, and you'll be happy again.
Yeah, we'll see.
We're gonna stick it out and figure it out, and then
Yeah, we are.
yeah, and well, we don't have that many more Married at First Sights left. So
Thank goodness. I need to know what happens. I'm so over it. I'm like, we're just dragging this baloney out at this point. Like, I just need it to be done. Like, I need to know that all these people are getting divorced. If any of them stay together, I'll be shocked. I'll be absolutely shocked.
I feel like Chloe and Michael might, and I also feel like Becca and Austen.
I have a feeling Austen's like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. He just won't say it.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was great.
This was great.
Catching up, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.